Hi, I thought I'd do this quick video because I've just started working again, hardcore after taking a few weeks off. My mum was in town, so I took some time off to be with her, and the whole world seems to have gone nuts. Google have changed their algorithm, okay? They have done this so many times before. Anybody else remember the day when we all woke up and they'd suddenly thrown all our made for AdSense sites out of the, or a lot of them, out of the index? And people who have been making thousands suddenly went to making nothing. This isn't the first time Google have made a major change. It happens. Change is the only constant. Okay? The internet is always changing. Things that worked before might not work now. Some things always work. This is why people have full-time jobs analysing nothing other than what Google do. There are people and that is their only job. They sit down with pencil and pen and do millions of tests, and they try and work out the mathematical formula so they can beat Google, and then Google change and it all starts again. I've been on a few forums. I don't go to lots of forums, but as always, every time this happens, we get into tinfoil hat country. The world is falling, they're just picking on me, it's only my sites. It's because I'm using ABCDEF, mention any plugin, it's only because I'm using WordPress, it's only... Okay. Stop panicking. Just deep breath. If you read forums that make your pulse increase from fear, stop reading them. Okay? Don't let fear rule your internet life. It shouldn't rule any of your life, but don't let it rule the internet life. Okay? Google will not be changing back. And this is one of the ones that comes up every time. Oh, it's okay because they'll change it back when they realise how it's hurt us. Okay? Google don't care about you or me. I know it's hard. My mum thinks I'm lovely. My toddler thinks I'm wonderful. Google don't really give a monkeys. Okay? They have wiped out businesses before, particularly in the AdWords world, that were financed by millions of dollars. Okay? Big companies making huge money, employing loads of people, algorithm change, they're gone. Google won't be changing back. This May update, or whatever they're calling it, was tested, and it does what they want it to do. Okay, it isn't personal. So what they wanted it to do wasn't to ruin your business, wasn't to wipe out your AdSense income, it wasn't to wipe out your Amazon income, your ClickBank. It isn't personal. It's just business. And I can't think what film that's from, but okay. So, again, deep breath. It's just a business. And as in any business, you have to learn to manage it. Oh, and this is the other one. It's not because you use AdSense, okay? If your traffic has dropped 50%, and I've heard of people who've lost even more, okay? It isn't because you've got AdSense on your sites. Okay, they haven't made an algorithm change that says, okay, everybody uses AdSense, we're going to knock 5 demerits off of them. AdSense is Google's own program. They've got shareholders. Then you really could get the famous class action suit that the whole world always talks about whenever Google make a change. That's it, we're going to sue them. Okay, you've got no grounds to sue. They've changed their algorithm. It's horrible. It's affected a lot of people negatively. But like your kids when they're trying to learn to walk, pick yourself up, dust yourself off. It's time to move on. Okay, let's get back to the basics. Now, this may be miles off, but as far as I've always been concerned, the internet only consists of two things: There's only two parts to this: content and links. I know people who make loads of money online, and they're not all geniuses. Okay? These guys are not rocket scientists. They've got this down to the most basic thing. The internet consists of content and links. That's it. So what can you do? Okay, we're going to talk about content first. I've been in this nearly 6 years now, full time. I was in it before, but I've been at it full time for 6 years. And I remember the days when we used to scrape the Google results, throw them on a website, and that'd be good. So I would have 10 sites all with exactly the same content. I'm not talking about similar content, I'm talking about exactly the same. Now, this is happening again. People are using plugins to pull the information from Amazon, and they're just throwing up. So say you're selling hot water bottles. Okay, you put hot water bottles into this plugin, and it pulls out 50 products in the hot water bottle section and throws them up on your website, and off you go. Well, if somebody else is in the hot water bottle niche, and now I've mentioned it, I'm sure that niche is going to become huge. They're all putting exactly the same site up. So you buy hotwaterbottles.net, .org, .com, .info, keyword rich domain still helps. You put up the same content and off you go. And then the next guy buys the same domain name with the .com, .net, .org, whatever you haven't bought, and uses the same plugin and puts up the same content. Now, I'm not a huge one for the whole duplicate content thing. You know, where if you have two sites with exactly the same content, one of you is going to get smacked. But if they're all from Amazon, what makes yours different? You know, I mean, I'm not a big one for the tinfoil hat thing of Google is watching and they know our sites are exactly the same. But I am and do uniquify your content. Okay, more on that another time. But just think about how you can make your stuff a little bit different. It'll help with link. You can make it more keyword rich. You can use more relevant keywords for internal linking. Just think about uniquifying your content. I don't know if that's even a word, but it is now. If you're doing WordPress blogs, or HTML sites, I suppose, for that matter, try and make your posts a bit longer. Again, we've talked about this before. Rather than doing 100 words or 150 or 200 words, I've been doing less pages or posts, but making them longer. This has helped with ranking for lots of different keywords, and I use the Rank Tracker plugin of mine, and I've been amazed the words that I get ranking for without even, you know, words that would never have come into my mind. So if you're going to do a site on hot water bottles, rather than doing 10 posts of 300 words, do 5 posts and make them 600 words. You can then get ranking for different keywords. You can include your LSI keywords in there, and I've just found that they seem to do better. Okay, check your keyword density. With easy articles, they want it to be less than 2%. Okay, an article and a website content are not exactly the same thing. And that's one of the problems that I've seen, is that people are putting website content out that is 0.5 keyword density. It's not enough. I try and get yours up to 2%, maybe 3%, depending on the niche, but 2% is cool. Okay? And think internal linking. So if you're doing 5 pages on hot water bottles, and you're doing one on a red hot water bottle, a blue hot water bottle, a green hot water bottle, on your homepage, which is hot water bottles, they're great. You know, say it doesn't matter whether you want a red hot water bottle, a green hot water bottle, a blue hot water bottle, all of them will keep your feet equally warm. And then you can link the green hot water bottle word to the green hot water bottle page. Internal linking is important. Okay, on-page SEO is important. So, you know, you should have your keyword in bold, you should have it underlined, you should try and get it into the H1, 2 and 3 tags on the page. But people forget about internal linking. You can do it with a plugin, you can do it manually as you write the page. If you're only doing a 5-page site, it's not a major issue to go through and do your own internal linking. Okay, there are plugins to do it, I know, because I'm about to release one. But internal link is important, and I tend to find that it's all these little things. We all joke about being lazy, okay? The big internet marketing joke is, I earn my living while sitting on a beach doing nothing. Well, there are times when I do nothing. I mean, you know, I go outside, I work in the place where my wife has got me growing who knows what. We're growing all sorts of veggies. I sit and play in our paddling pool with my daughter, or I mess about with the dog, and I spend hours doing it. Okay, and I haven't got a boss phoning me up saying, where the heck are you? But then there are other times when I work long and hard days. Today will probably be a long day because I'm doing this video. I've got some software to finish that I'm going to be releasing. Lots going on. And that makes you lazy. People are starting to think, they're starting to believe the press they hear. Okay, I'm just going to throw this website up, I'm going to put a couple of 100 words up, and it's going to rank, and I'm going to make a fortune, and it's going to be great. Okay, don't believe it. We all joke about it, but to be an overnight success takes a lot of hard work. And with your websites, when you're building them, if a website is worth building, if you've gone to the effort of finding that niche and buying that domain name, then it's worth going to the effort of putting some decent content up there, checking the keyword density, and thinking about your internal linking. Okay, you will do better if you put one site together a week properly than if you put 5 sites together a week half-assed. Okay, you just will. You don't have to have 100 websites to earn money. If you have 10 websites that you've done properly, that you've actually done good keyword research on, you've got good content, your keyword density is good, your internal linking is good, you'll do better. Okay, let's get on to links. This is the eternal, just this is mentioned constantly, everywhere I go. Internal linking. Everybody forgets it because it's not sexy, is it? Going through your website, looking at your keywords, adding a link, realizing that your main page hasn't got all your main keywords in it, so you have to add them in and then put the links in. Okay, internal linking matters. Back in the olden days, probably 4 years ago, I would, anytime I wanted to get a new website indexed, I would just put a link on the front page of one of my sites. I had a very strong PR3 that was just spidered like nutso. Never earned me any money, but it was spidered like nutso. And I would just put a link from the front page. And when I put new pages on that site, if I put a link to them from the front page, they just got indexed just immediately. And that's exactly what you want. I mean, even if you've only got a 5-page site, you want to make sure that you get good internal linking. Because remember, if I'm trying not to use my hands here because I know you can't see me. Use the keywords that you want that page to rank for. So if you want that page to rank for blue hot water bottle, use that as the anchor text for your internal linking. Now, somebody recently said to me, I'm building a website that's probably going to have 100 pages, so I can't put a link to each of them on the front page, static front page that he's putting together. And I said, no, okay, fair. Make sure you got a link to the HTML sitemap. Make sure you got a link to the XML sitemap. Okay. Make sure, if you can, you put a link to the categories. If you're using WordPress and you've got half a dozen categories, you could do that. You could put a link to those. And hopefully the spider activity will filter down. But make sure you've got a link to those sitemaps. Sitemaps are important. So don't forget internal linking. Again, there's plugins you can get. I'm working on one at the moment, which is a whole linking thingamajig. But it's important. Even if you don't use mine, that's fine. I don't mind if you give your money to somebody else. He says, almost meaning it. Okay, that's internal linking. Deep linking. This is one that drives me nuts, okay? Because sometimes I feel like I'm a parrot, and I get, I'm a dad, so I get that nobody ever listens to me. Hey, I could be talking to myself in this video. But deep linking. Okay, and link diversity. These two sort of go together. When we say deep linking, we mean link to every page. Now again, if you've only got a 5-page site, this isn't so hard. If you've got a 100-page site, it can be harder. Okay? It's okay to link to, if you're using ezine articles, link to your homepage. If you use UAW or SEO Linkvine or AMA or one of the other article distribution things, okay? Think about adding some deep links. I use EZA links. I'll list them below this, okay? And you get bonus links with them. So use them for your deep linking and try and get a link to every page. What I do is I have a spreadsheet, and on that spreadsheet I have the website URL at the top, and then underneath I'll have each page. Okay, and that's down the left hand side, so I have the URL for every page, and across the top I have things like ezine articles, social bookmarking, UAW, post runner, whatever. Okay, different things that I'm going to use, so blog comments, just different things. And then I'll put a little cross as I do something for each page. I just do a little cross to keep track of it. It really isn't that hard to put out 300 words on a subject. If you can't write 300 words on a subject, pay someone to do it. But you may really want to be picking a different subject to build your sites about. You should have enough. They don't even really have to be about the subject. I mean, you can mould most things to suit your what you're trying to write about. Anyway, so deep linking. Link to all your pages. You've got good internal linking. So when they find your page about blue hot water bottles, because of your internal linking, they should then be able to spider out and find your ones on red hot water bottles and green hot water bottles. if you've got a huge site, maybe just link to the categories. Okay, and then if you've got the Rank Tracker plugin, as you use that and you find that certain pages are ranking reasonably okay for certain words, then you can add more links to them. But you need to get link diversity as well. People are talking to me and they're saying to me, I've got 50 articles in eZine articles and nothing's happening. Okay, well, what else are you doing? Well, I'm not doing anything because I haven't got time because I've got 50 articles on eZine articles. Okay, well, one, you need a bit of link diversity. You need your social bookmarking. You need your blog comments. You need forum links. You need, what's the latest? Profile links. Okay, I don't use profile links myself, but it does add to link diversity. And with blog commenting, don't forget you can comment on your own blogs. So if you've got two blogs in the same market or in similar markets, say you've got one on weight loss and you've got one on running, you know, you could comment on the running blog. Oh, what a great blog! I love to run. It's really helped me with my weight loss. Click anchor text to your weight loss blog. Okay, you own these. You're in charge of what goes on these. So you can build up your own little love nest. Web 2.0 sites, Blogger, Tumblr, LiveJournal. LiveJournal used to be wonderful. In fact, LiveJournal are still sending me traffic from some very old blogs that I had on there. But anyway, so link diversity, spread the love around, and use that link diversity for deep linking. This is one of the reasons, in my opinion, my humble opinion, that Amazon lost so many pages out of the index. They lost, I don't know, 200,000 or something pages. They lost a lot of pages out of Google Index because they've got no linking. You know, I mean, people don't link to, you know, a pink hot water bowl, for want of a better. I would normally use widgets or fluffy bunnies, but I thought I'd go for the hot water bowls. So, link diversity and deep linking. If a page isn't worth linking to, it ain't worth making. Okay? If you think, oh, I can't be bothered building a link to that page, well, you shouldn't have bothered making it. Okay? I had this conversation yesterday with a very good friend of mine. And he said, oh, I don't want to write an article for that network. I want it automated. So, in the 20 minutes he spent going on about how it was too much like hard work to write an article and how he wanted it automated, but the automated stuff cost money and he wasn't sure which one would work, I actually wrote an article for him. So he was still yabbering on, and I'd already written it and said, there you go, I've written it, it's in the network, there'll be a link back pointed to your site. Okay? This is work. There are plenty of automated solutions. There are some great automated social bookmarking products out there. There are some awful ones as well. There are some great networks that you can join where you put your unique content out. And I've been using one of those recently, and it pulled one of my customers' sites for his keyword up from number, I think it was 15 to number 6. We got notification this morning. Now, it's like, oh, that's not that exciting. He's getting somewhere between $2 and $9 an AdSense click. So, he's pretty darn happy. And even at position 6, he's still getting clicks. He may only get one every day or one every other day at the moment, but this site is earning him $100 a month, which, well, it's actually only the one page really, it's earning this $100 a month from position 6. So we'll just carry on. He's moving up, and he's got $100 a month now in his AdSense account extra that he didn't have before, and he's thinking, wow, I'll invest half of that in more content and more links and more stuff to go to these various networks. He's reinvesting his time and his money into his business. Okay, but that page is worth linking to. Obviously, a lot of it is because it pays really well on AdSense, but I think you need to get into a point where if you think to yourself, I can't be bothered adding this page to this social bookmarking system, I can't be bothered, it's not worth the time to do whatever, well, you probably shouldn't have built the page. And if you're using an automated system to build all your pages, it's not much different. You know, you still need to put some effort in for linking. Okay, you use reviewers on WordPress Robot, caffeinated content, any of the other auto blogging things which I can't even think of the names of. Okay, you still need links. Money makes the world go round, links make the internet go round. It's how we all connect, it's how Google find everything. It's all about the links, baby. Okay, it's not the end of the world. I understand that lots of people are still sitting here with their traffic down the crapola. It's bad. Okay, if somebody comes and cuts off 50% of your content, of your income, it's bad. There's no two ways about it. I am not saying, oh, it's okay for me, so who cares? What I'm saying is, look for things to fix it. Okay, your car breaks down, you kick the car, you're annoyed, but you fix it because you need it. Well, if you need this income, if you're doing this for a job, or even hoping to do it for a job, you need to find a way to fix it. Work on one thing at a time. Work on one site at a time. Don't let panic set in. Okay, it's not conspiracy. It's not against you. Okay, take one of your websites. Take the one that used to earn you the most money. Take a deep breath and start looking at it. What have you done to it recently? Okay. Maybe add some more content, expand the pages you've got, go back through it, look at your on-site SEO. Have you got the keywords in bold? Have you got them in the H3 tag? Have you got an image on the page? Start thinking with the information you know now and go back to your oldest sites. Because I quite often find I go and look at a site that earns me money, but it's maybe a couple of years old and go, holy moly. I've recently started looking at my Christmas sites. You know, and I got one from 2 years ago, which I never touched last year, and it still earned me some money. And it's like, oh boy, you know, internal linking isn't great, and just, you know, there's things to change. So go through and change them. Put a halt on building new sites. Because as they say, if you keep doing the same thing and expect different results, you're mad. Okay, I may be paraphrasing that a bit, but you get the picture. Go back. If you've been hit hard by this latest Google update, it's an opportunity. Okay, it's an opportunity for you to learn how to fix things with the new Google algorithm, and then you can go forward building new sites. Okay, so if you use any of the automated plugins for content, or any of the ones for putting multiple Amazon products on your site with no content, this is your time to pick the ball up and run with it. To just, you know, there's no good hiding in the corner. And trust me, I remember the day when I woke up and instead of having $100 in my AdSense account as I normally had at 9 AM in the morning, I had $3 or $3.50 because Google had de-indexed loads of made for AdSense sites. Now, funny enough, I only recently lost the last one from that batch, which is really funny because that's been going for 3 years. And At least it must be, yeah, it's before we had Elizabeth. So yeah, it's been there about 3 years, and it was still making money up until recently. And this last Google update knocked it out. And I can't even remember the login details, so I can't go and change it. But it's built the system I don't even own anymore. So the world constantly changes. The internet constantly changes. Google constantly change. All you can do is stick with it. Be careful who you listen to. Okay? Don't go taking AdSense off your site because somebody on a forum said that, oh, it's because you've got AdSense on your site. They've punished all the AdSense sites. Yes. Okay? There are lots of people who don't think, for want of a better word, don't be a sheep. Don't just assume that because somebody says, or it's because you've got AdSense on your site, or it's because you've got Amazon on your site, that they're right. You know, don't go running around and killing all your websites off and removing AdSense. And don't go out and get a day job. If you're doing this full time, stop panicking. Okay? Don't be saying things like, "Oh, I'm going to go and get a day job. I'm giving this up. I'm sick of this." It's an opportunity. Use the knowledge you've got, think about it, and expand out. Okay? And to paraphrase my uncle, don't let the bastards grind you down. Okay? As he pointed out, having pointed out to me once, I've been shot, stabbed, and hand grenaded, I think was the description he used. He said, how much worse can it get? So, you know, think on it like that. Okay? Think positive. You've got your websites, or, you know, if you're new and you're listening to this, you're lucky because you're coming into this without any preconceptions. You can learn what works and you can put that into place for your future. It's the old dogs like me who are having to learn new tricks. Okay? Go out, update your content, and start looking at linking. They're looking for quality. Okay? So get your keywords in there, get more linking going. Maybe be less keen for a wham bam thank you ma'am linking idea and go for fewer sites with more work going into them. Yes, I said work. Not fussing at myself, but it is what earns us the money. Okay. I hope you enjoy the video. This will be in a blog post. There will be more information below with links to any of the programs I've used, mentioned, and enjoy. Cheers.